Hello, sweet soul, and welcome to day 4 of our 1-week beginner yoga challenge. This is Ina, and today's focus is on our backs. Whenever you feel ready, come to the back end of your mat and find your child's pose. Big toes touch, bringing your knees to touch or hip width apart or further apart depending on what feels best in your body today. Lowering your hips towards your heels, melting your heart space towards the floor, and maybe your forehead can touch the floor. If that's the case, you might enjoy to move from left to right and massage your third eye, the space in between your eyebrows. Your hands are towards the top of your mat, fingers spread wide, palms facing down, maybe finding stillness or moving your hips from left to right. On your inhale, walking your fingertips a little further towards the top of your mat, and on your exhale, bringing your hands to the right side. Maybe you can clasp your left hand on top of the right, making sure to ground your left hip into the heels, and feeling a nice stretch in your left side. Keep breathing. Getting ready. On your next exhale, returning back to center. Inhale to lengthen once more, and exhale to walk your hands over to the left, finding the same variation on the other side. Grounding your right hip this time. You're doing great. On your next exhale, returning back to center and enjoying one more deep breath in your child's pose. On your next inhale, slowly rippling your spine forwards, coming into your tabletop position. Hands are shoulder width apart, the wrists are right below the shoulders, your knees are hip width apart and right below the hips. Grounding your fingers into the floor, your toes are pointing backwards, are in one line with the hips. Your core is engaged, pulling the navel towards the spine. On your inhale, pulling the shoulders back and down, dropping the belly and maybe lifting your sacrum a little higher. Maybe you can look up, and on your exhale, rounding your back, maybe looking towards your navel. Inhale, dropping the belly, shoulders back and down, maybe look up. Exhale, rounding your spine, looking towards your navel, spreading your shoulders. A few more in your own time. And either stick with your cat and cow motion, or finding some intuitive movements in your body. It doesn't matter how it looks like, just finding whatever feels good in your body today and right now. This could be in form of circles in your body, moving and waking up every single vertebrae. Maybe even closing your eyes and allowing yourself to become creative and playful. A few more, connecting them with your breath. And whenever you feel ready, returning back to your tabletop position, shifting your weight into your left hand. Inhale to lift your right hand up. Exhale, thread the needle, bringing your right hand palm facing up, below your left arm. Maybe you can bring your right shoulder to the floor and your right head. And feeling a nice spinal twist, and maybe a gentle shoulder stretch. Getting ready. On your inhale, pressing yourself back up, lifting your right hand once more. And on your exhale, returning back to center. Repeating the same thing on the other side. Inhale, lifting your left hand up. Exhale, thread the needle, finding your variation. And keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Getting ready. On your inhale, pressing yourself back up, lifting your left hand once more, and on your exhale, returning back to center. Now we will incorporate another side stretch, extending your left leg behind you, making sure that your left foot is parallel with the bottom of your mat, tilting out your right foot a little bit behind you, making sure that your right wrist is below the right shoulder. On your inhale, lifting your left hand up and over, palm facing down, finding a nice side stretch. Maybe looking up or forwards, wherever feels best, and keep breathing deeply. Pressing through your right hand, your next exhale, slowly returning back to your tabletop and repeating the same thing on the other side. This time, making sure your left wrist is below the left shoulder, extending your right leg, making sure that the foot is parallel to the back end of your mat, tilting out your left foot a little further behind you to have more stability. On your inhale, raising your right hand up and over, palm facing down, enjoying the side stretch in your right. Keep breathing and imagine to guide the breath into your right side. On your exhale, slowly return back to your tabletop. Let's ignite our core now, extending one leg behind you, flexing your toes, and if you want to include some balance, extending the opposite hand in front of you. On your inhale, lifting your foot and maybe your hand up. And on your exhale, bringing your knee to your elbow. If you're not working with the opposite hands, just bring your knee towards the chest. Inhale to extend and exhale to crunch. Inhale to extend and exhale to crunch. You're doing great, keep going. Inhale to extend and exhale, returning back to your tabletop position. Now choosing the other leg, and if you chose to also include the opposite hand, feel free to extend that as well. Inhale to lift up and exhale, bringing knee to elbow or knee to chest. Inhale to extend and exhale to crunch. Keep going, you're doing great. Really working with your breath here. Inhale to extend and exhale, returning back to your tabletop position. Making your way onto your beautiful belly, bringing your hands right below the shoulders and tucking your elbows towards the body. On your inhale, shoulders back and down, lifting your heart space up, looking towards the top of your mat and extending your spine. On your exhale, release. Let's do that again. Inhale, baby cobra, igniting your back muscles, and exhale to release. Trying to really wake up your back muscles and your spine. Keep going here, working with your breath, or walking your hands to the top of your mat or even further, and pressing yourself up like that, feeling the difference in that stretch. You can also place your palms below your shoulders, pulling your shoulders back and down, engaging your glutes, lifting your heart space up, finding a cobra position, and if it feels good, stretching out your sides. So coming onto the outside of one thigh, maybe finding a little bit of movement, and then exchanging sides. Please respecting your current stage and choosing what feels best for you today. Returning back to center, inhale and lift up wherever you are, and exhale, pushing back into your child's pose. Bringing your big toes to touch, your knees may be further apart than you did in the beginning, melting your heart space towards the floor and your hips towards your heels. If you want to release your shoulders, maybe flipping your palms up for a moment. On your inhale, returning back to your tabletop position. And bringing your right foot where your right wrist is, creating a 90 degree with both knees, trying to keep your hips square so that not one side is poking out, but they're equally and parallel to the top of your mat. And on your inhale, lifting your right hand up, finding a low lunge twist. Keep breathing. If this is easy, maybe you want to bring your left knee a little further back, but keeping your hips square, finding a deeper low lunge. The goal is not to find your deepest expression, but to find a nice stretch in your groins and a gentle twist in your spine. Now you can tuck your left foot, lift the knee off the floor, and moving towards the left so that you find a wide-legged forward fold, making sure that your feet are in one line with each other and the toes are slightly turned inwards. Knees can stay slightly bent. You can use your hands to support your upper body, maybe finding some movements or stillness, whatever feels best. You can grab onto opposite elbows or placing your hands on the floor, allowing your back to lengthen, nodding or shaking your head to release any tension in your neck, turning towards the back of your mat, lowering your right knee to the floor, making sure that they're both in a 90-degree angle, unless you want a deeper stretch, in which case you would bring your right knee a little further back, making sure your hips are square, placing your right hand right below the right shoulder, and on your inhale, lifting your left hand up. Maybe you can also look up, finding the low lunge twist on your left. You're doing great. Keep breathing. Now, coming into an easy seat of your choice, shoulders back and down, lengthening your spine, maybe closing your eyes if it feels good. And we will end our class stretching our spine 6 ways. Placing both hands on your knees. Inhale, shoulders back and down, lifting your heart space forwards. Exhale, holding onto your knees, rounding your back, tucking your pelvis, and looking towards your navel. Doing the same cat and cow movements we did earlier, just in a seated position. Inhale, shoulders back and down, lifting your heart space, maybe look up. Exhale, rounding your back, looking towards your navel. Placing your right hand next to your right hip. Inhale, left hand comes up and over, palm faces down, grounding your left hip into the floor, finding a nice side stretch in your left. Maybe you can pull the left shoulder a little bit further back to open up your heart space a little more. Keep breathing. Getting ready, exhale, return to center. Placing your left hand next to your left hip. Inhale, right hand up and over, palm facing down. Grounding your right hip into the floor. Maybe pulling your right shoulder a little further back. You're doing great. Exhale, returning back to center. Beautifully done. Placing your left hand on your right knee, your right hand behind you. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to twist. Twisting from your navel. Maybe you can look a little further over your right shoulder on your next exhale. Slowly releasing and finding the same twist on the other side. Placing your right hand on your left knee, your left hand behind you. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to twist. Keep breathing. Twisting from your navel. And now returning to center. Great job. Inhale, bringing your hands above your head. Exhale, lowering your thumbs to your third eye. May you have thoughts of wisdom and clarity. Lowering your thumbs to your lips. May you speak words of kindness and truth. And lowering your thumbs to your heart space. May you feel and give the love that you truly deserve. Thank you so much for letting me guide you through today's class. I appreciate you choosing me as your instructor of today. The love and light in me sees and honors the love and light in you. Thank you so much for being here today, and I will see you tomorrow for day 5. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.